We're going to infiltrate an old military base. It's a gun battery that was there to protect the coastline. Hello everyone, welcome to this video with Max von Croft. It's just up there behind us, so we'll need to climb a bit. It's actually to protect the coast from possible enemy invasions. Alright, we're going to go join John Max up there. Climbing this isn't much, just 3 meters, but it's tricky, so be careful. It's holding, it's up to you.
But don't worry, it's solid.
No rocks to grip, it's so crumbly, even his grandma could hold on.
For millions of years, don't worry.
It's crumbly, seriously. Don't come and do this kind of stupid stuff. We're doing it for your viewing pleasure, watch the videos, but don't come and do it yourselves. There we go, wow, come on, here we are, welcome. You can tell people have been through here. Graffiti artists have taken over. At the same time, it's been abandoned since the war in '45. Let me tell you, that's a long time ago. We don't have any info about the spot. I have nothing, no idea what could possibly be left in there. We're going to show you a few shots of the surroundings so you can see what it looks like. And that's it, we're going to take this little tour, we'll see what we find. There's a building up there, we'll go up and check it out. So first little discovery, it was used as an airsoft field. Actually, if you look a little on the ground, you'll notice there are little white BBs everywhere. There are even grenades. Those are airsoft banks. Those are airsoft banks, yeah. At the same time, yeah, as an airsoft field, this place must be pretty crazy.
When you get here, you'll understand quickly.
But at any moment, man, we might have to ask the city hall for permission to play some games. So what do we have here? A little building? We're going to have to imagine a bit what it was, because we don't have much info, and it's in a pretty bad state. Wow, I wasn't ready for that, yeah. All right, we'll go down, then we'll start by going around the heights. But basically there was a turret here. We always look at the base, these circular metallic bases. I think there was a turret here that could rotate and was facing out to sea. Careful, there might be sinkholes, there are holes, maybe holes underneath us. Regarding the buildings, especially this one, it's closed.
It's funny, it's totally sealed and unopened.
Yeah, it's wild, no one smashed it open with a sledgehammer. What was in there? Maybe there was something here at some point, that's hard to imagine. And there were 2 firing positions.
Ah, there.
He clearly had firing positions. You see, Max? He says it's strange that no one opened it. If it was opened, go ahead. Ah, yes, the gypsy stuff. So there are only It's mainly cans of Red Bull, not to advertise for them, and spray paint cans. And you see there was a fireplace there? Well, but you know, the huge swastika, yeah, we could do without seeing that, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, look at that. Maybe they needed a clear view to watch the coast and shoot at any enemies from the south.
It's strange because 3/4 of the fortifications stop over there, so maybe it's to protect the pass since we're on a peninsula. Yeah.
That's possible. You can see there were supports and small items everywhere, but here there was definitely a big turret. Given the support, you can also see it reflected when you look at the sheer cliff by the sea. Before wanting to go in that way, you really have to be seriously motivated. And that's when you realize that the fortification actually seems more like it's protecting the land. Because, well, there's this huge wall on the seaside, we agree. It looked like maybe there still is. A room underneath there was a door. Let's see if we can find any holes to get in. But you see the whole reinforced part behind, and that's a huge stone wall. It faces the city side. And here...
You're not ready.
There, yeah, the hole.
No, but it goes down into the mountain mostly? Oh yeah.
I told you there was something underneath.
Well, like always in this thing.
Alright, well, we're going to have some fun. This really reminds me of the video we shot yesterday. You'll likely see it next week or the week after. We were in a huge military base with tunnels we didn't understand, especially after a terrible accident happened there. There was a guy who must have died, or maybe almost died, we're not really sure, but there was blood everywhere. I'll let you watch that next week. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Let's continue. There's something down there, but I don't know if we can get in. We'll begin with the higher areas, then finish with the underground buildings. Some guys, even real artists, did cool stuff. You see, back then, they had loopholes here. So you could come here, just stick your rifle out, and shoot at anything passing on the road. While fairly sheltered, let's check up there. There's a structure first. I think there's a walkway or something that goes around like there often is when there are big walls. We're taking you with us, we're going to check it out, and I'm excited to go see downstairs, in those buildings and in those underground tunnels. Because if it's like yesterday, in the base water, we're going to find some crazy stuff. One thing's for sure, as an airsoft field, it's quite something, but it's really dense. Yeah, there are hiding spots everywhere. Oh, that goes further. We're going to step out of the light. Let's quickly go check that one out. Welcome. Let's see what's hiding in there. Oh, there's not much here, but at least we'll have seen everything. There are concrete structures on the ground here, but I don't know what they were for. It's going well, almost. That must have been a small firing post. It's swarming with mosquitoes. No, it's strange how the ground was made. I'm being careful because knowing there's something beneath, it could collapse anytime. Let's remember, these constructions date back to the 1930s, or possibly even earlier. There's something coming up, look. There's a ladder, you could get out from the top. There are only 2 words. All right, we're not going any further. Let's go check out what's next. I feel like it's full of things like that. Let's go see. It's the same setup here, with another room in the back. Let's check it out anyway, you never know. It would have been better without the bag. All right, let's see. I think there are things on the sides. There are some kinds of openings. They've been closed up. We don't really know what it was. In my opinion, I think it's just a small storage compartment, that's all. I think they're small spots to store ammo or similar items. And you see, it's the same. There's just a ventilation shaft. In the other one, there was a tunnel with a ladder, but not here. We're not going to stay in this hole. Let's go see what's next, because it's so vast. I thought I saw some things earlier. Wow, there are all the old metal things there. Yeah, that's secondary. Yeah, that's from 1945, but there are a few. It was a small fortification that collapsed, actually. Yeah, there was a bit on the network island. Yeah, there was a little bunker there, but it's clearly done. There, that's the site of a bombed artillery gun, the thing. And there we had a gun, a big turret. Oh yes, here you can clearly see the whole structure with the support plates down there. And the small lockers, obviously for storing cannonballs. Yes, that chimney is the exit of the reinforced ventilation shaft below. It's funny, there are many places like that. You see that? That's the ceiling of the thing. You can clearly see it was fortified, right? It was built with reinforced concrete, metal and large stones. It was really designed to withstand bombings. I think over there there's a huge structure, also metallic. It's probably the base of a cannon as well. What do we have here near the old ventilation shafts? So that means underneath there's something. Wherever you see this kind of thing, often it means there's something below. And here we reach these famous structures, which also served as a bunker. That's what you see here, right? All these metal plates, that was the roof of the building, you see. There was a wall here, there was the same wall opposite, and these were placed on top to make the roof. And I think that, yeah, either it collapsed or it was bombed, or it was deliberately brought down to prevent accidents with people who might walk by in the area. That's very possible. We don't have much information about it, but it's true that when you see the state it's in, you could think it got hit by a bomb. What? There, that's the wall where we were before, down below. You see what's underneath? It was completely walled up, you can't get through. Actually, it goes right under this roof, right? Even if it were open, we couldn't access it. It must be totally collapsed underneath. What's pretty funny is that from here you realize the base actually isn't very big at all. The area is roughly 100 meters wide and 400 to 500 meters long. On the other hand, it's very, very dense. It was a well-built little fort. Here we have a really beautiful view of that building below, which leads to the tunnels. We'll check that out after with a quick look. There's another underground passage there with a room and structures above it. And then we'll get right to the heart of the matter, into the basements, because that's often where the craziest stuff is found. We'll go across the little walkway here that goes down. So it's really good, properly rusted scrap metal. Be careful, make sure your tetanus shots are up to date. If you come to places like this, it's better, because tetanus is really nasty. It can cause paralysis, violent reactions, and is reportedly very painful. And here, we've got something pretty crazy. So we're going to go under a little arch, kind of like a bridge. And we'll see where this story leads. There was once a big door here. The metal frame is still visible. Yeah, guys made a fire in there. It's blocked off over there. Some guys made a fire and the ceiling is all black, yeah. It's blocked off over there, yeah. It's walled up at the back. We may not have access everywhere, but that's typical for places like this. Still, it's nice to visit. I noticed you really liked the last video about the base. That's why we came to do this one, because it's still historic and it's actually pretty nice to do. It'll be a bit of a change for you. We've worked on Aunt Janine's villas for 6 months, and honestly, I'm a bit tired of them, so now we're trying something different. What's in there? Not much, because, well, villas are nice and all. My passion is the military. Army, war relics, bunkers and weapons. Specifically, it's these small things that are more interesting for me to notice, but especially for you, it's about finding them.
A small bastion with a firing device and loopholes protects the walls.
It's so cute. You even had a spot to lie down and take aim, seriously.
These aren't the foundations of society.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, you had a nice little view to go shoot for real. You'd set up with your little one.
But you see, it's not Vauban, it's square.
It's not a Vauban fort, it's just a square fort. You see, you have the little loopholes, the small ones, firing posts. There were 6 of them.
7, each made for a different weapon. Some are wide and others are not.
Yes, they're not all the same. They're not all the same. It's funny. Let's quickly walk around the rampart path a bit to see if we missed any firing positions, or maybe a turret or something. There seem to be some plates down there. I'm not sure where they fell from, or if they're meant to close something underneath. It's hard to say. What's certain is that right behind there too, there's a firing range. Those were the shooting positions. They used them for training. It's a shooting range to practice at. Basically, we can't really go there because we didn't really find a way to get down. It's a bit risky, but there you go. There are shooting positions. There are several shooting positions next to each other. To train at the same time, it's kind of normal. We have a military base. We had to teach the rookies how to shoot straight. Now we're going to be stuck in between 2 walls. These walls are 416 feet high and used to protect the walkway. That's where the guys would do their little guard rounds at different times of the day. Oh, it continues. Anyway, come on, we found a door. Let's see inside. Come on, let's go deeper into the heart of this mountain. What's this door? A big armored door. Here we go, we're finally getting to the heart of this. I don't know what we'll find. Oh, there's another corridor. Look, there are floors going up. This place is a mess. Here's an old door. Let's make sure it doesn't fall. It's really rotten. There you go, at the back, to the right of the door. There, it's patched up. There was still, here too, there was a big armored door. The hinges are still there.
Yeah, but here, there are supports on the ground.
Look, and these are all supports. Yeah, this is an ammunition storage. There you go. You've seen the inside of an ammunition storage. Actually, all these supports were for placing shells. Clearly. Oh, that's incredible. It brings in a bit more light. Look, wow, it's really powerful. There was a firing post at the back, or what? It was to take the shells out directly? It's possible, right? There was also some kind of ventilation thing above. There was another hatch at the top. What is it? An old electrical box. And there, yeah, you could definitely get some ammo out of there, clearly, and then after that maybe. Just a simple ventilation shaft, maybe to lower things down, we're not really sure. We're breathing in a crazy amount of dust. We stirred up the ground a bit. Here, well, here, we're under the arch, you see, we're under the arch. Let's go see what's behind there. Except for mosquitoes, there's not much yet, but we're hoping to discover something wild. We've often found things in these places. Oh. So no, the man hatch ended up there. Funny, you can't hear that it's working on that. What's that street lamp there? It's okay, yeah, it's definitely a ventilation shaft. Damn, the depth of that hole. It heads to the other side, but it's a tunnel maze. Is that yours? All right, well, let's go. We'll keep going, huh? The tunnel, I don't know where it leads, but let's go. Subtitles 501. Not sure if you can see the dust on camera, but it's wild. And here, it's okay, it connects here. We just circled the mud cargo hold, which is funny because there's a ventilation tunnel running all the way around it. I think it's mainly to keep moisture out so the ammunition doesn't rust, but also so that in case of shelling from the outside, there's already a first wall to stop the shells before the second one. Well, anyway, here's what's next, because this looks promising. We're going to get out of here, there we go. Hey, back outside again. There are loopholes all around, except actually right here, on this huge wall that runs all along. There aren't any loopholes. There's nothing at all, there are just some at each end. So why is that? I'm not really sure. Maybe they didn't need to protect that part. That side, it's possible. So, well, that's what we just did. We were inside there, in that mountain, that one. There's no access from here, the door is walled up, but maybe we have a chance to get in from below. Because from what we've seen, it doesn't just go down one level, the thing looks incredibly deep. Because, well, it goes down steeply here. It's already more than 10 meters deep, and it keeps going further down into the depths. But that's perfect, because that's exactly why we're here. To go down into the depths of this mountain and see what they've hidden in there. This is the building we saw from above.
Yeah.
So these are Genoese-style roofs, typical of the south. For those who are wondering, we're in Provence. Oh yeah, you can see a little shell that went through the roof there. It was you in the vault. Could it have been the Mises? Here, the mess is basically the canteen, the restaurant where the soldiers came to eat. But that's just a theory, of course, because we don't really have the information. However, it doesn't link to those rooms. There's still something here. Let's check for a way in. The fig tree and the hornet are missing. Yeah, it must have been the mess hall next door, because that's a kitchen hood. No, that's not a kitchen hood. There are loopholes next to it. There was a cannon there, a big one.
No, that's a chimney hood, and there were still loopholes.
Yeah, there was something there because, well, here we can assume there was something there. You see, there's a loophole. It was meant for quick self-defense in case of conflict. But here, for me, it's hard to say if it was a kitchen area or a spot for a cannon. It still seems like there was an exit that got closed off, but not here.
It's definitely a chimney that goes up into the wall, yes.
Ah, yes, that's clearly the chimney. Yes, yes, yes. So we're in the kitchen of Metz. So the guys could shoot from the kitchen. There's still a floor below us. There's still a floor below us, by the way. A chair. There, some guys put a chair. It's probably the food storage. Yeah, and there, what's that? What? What are those things? What's that? Well, I don't know. What are those things? Those are water traps. What's that? It looks like there's something. Those are water reservoirs. Those were definitely water reservoirs since there's piping and a hose outlet here. Those were water tanks.
Dude!
There's a city underneath us.
Oh, damn. Maybe that's where the descent goes.
Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't look very sturdy. The ceiling, we need to be careful. Is it really full of holes? Look, you can see daylight everywhere. And here again, a little loophole. But now I really want to go see what's underneath, because we'll see if we have another way to get to the floor below. There's a tricky descent, and if we can't find another way, we'll go down. There's a city below. People, we've discovered something. I think we've stepped into something incredibly vast and huge again. And to see here if there's an access to this part of the building from here, if there's still something there, because I know I like to go all the way, so we're going all around. Oh yeah! Oh damn. There was also something there, definitely something to cook with. There's also a hole, some kind of vent outlet. Be careful here, the roof is starting to collapse. And maybe even the floor too, we're really going to be careful. Oh yeah, subtitles by Stig. There's an area that's serious. Awful. One of the pieces of furniture burned. There's tomato on it, but it was still tiled on the floor. Sea marrant. Wow. In the taxis, look, wow, there's literally a tree root that grew through the wall. Wow, damn, it's disgusting on the floor because really it's dangerous. Look at the root, it came out from the depths. The ground, It's crazy, you know, he had beautiful wooden doors back then. Yeah, so this is clearly maybe the casemates, the places where the guys used to sleep. It's quite possible. I can definitely imagine beds somewhere around here. So the guys could rest. Simple as that. You can't forget the army is tiring. All right, we're going to have to go down the stairway of death.
They're dumping 81mm ammo in the bay.
Ah, that would be incredible. Yeah, we're currently in the Toulon area. They're getting some massive missiles ready for us. We might go check that out and maybe make a video for you too. So,
do you want a hint about the size of the place? When you put your hand in front of a...
You can feel the wind.
Yes?
That's Zinzin's thing. Oh, yes. Oh man, it's going into Mordor. Funny thing is, it goes the opposite way of the base, not toward it. It's funny, the base is now behind us, heading the other way. Let's finish up in this hole. It's always so practical and comfortable. Oh yeah, oh balls, man, ah damn. Oh yeah, am I not doing this through? Oh, what a man. Alright, welcome to the Earth's depths. Guys, we're heading under the city. I don't know where this is going, but here we go. Oh damn.
Under. It's not a staircase going down, all right?
Yeah, it looks like it goes down further. Yeah, there was something coming over there. Ceasefire, but it goes underground, dude.
Oh, I thought it was a... Oh.
Echo.
Echo, oh.
We found the squat. Big shit. There are really guys who come to crash here.
Well, really, more or less.
I'd say, yeah, it's crazy.
All right, we'll put all that on the list. We're making a crazy joke.
Ah, guys who came here to throw huge parties, I think. Yeah, but things here are wild. Watch out for what's on the ground, because maybe some junkies came to do stuff here too. Yeah, it's clean anyway. The echo. It's crazy. Those are the rails for carrying ammunition. Look, that's your head. Those are the rails.
But look there, it's in front of the room, yeah.
Above, on the ceiling, is a long rail once used to carry shells.
So without you even asking, I forgot my headlamp again as usual.
Yeah, well, it's no big deal. We've got a flashlight.
We're talking about it now and we're heading into a tunnel, yeah.
I told you we're going to end up at Chepao. Careful, my head. Wait, yeah, we're going to end up at Chepao. Just make sure it doesn't collapse on us. That would be nice. It's lasted 100 years but keeps getting lower. I have to duck. Those guys back then must have been dwarfs. But where does it go, man?
There.
That's a good question, but we're actually changing cities, right? It's crazy, people. As you'll see, I'm almost on all fours. Actually, the ceiling just keeps getting lower. I don't know why. I don't know where we're going, but we're getting there.
I'm up in the air and it doesn't bother me. Yeah.
No kidding.
There was this whole thing where he was pulling out a slide. For me, it's serious, so it was to bring the ammo up to there.
Yeah, so here, we're underneath the mine hold.
Yeah.
We're under the mine hold, so he was removing things from it.
I feel like we're a little bit further, but it could match.
And he carried them all the way along in this tunnel on these rails with little suspended carts. We should check the other side since it seems to go down another level. Honestly, it's a damn city. Such a crazy mess. Old cans. It's actually dry. It's extremely dry. It's because it was well built. There's a world where this was Mune's hold. And actually the exit at the end of the tunnel that we showed you, that's where they brought them out to the surface to pull them. But honestly, that's really crazy. The guys who came to this side, well, it's quite an idea to come and hang out in a place like this. Personally, it's not really my thing. But on the other hand, you can really see that people have been through here, and airsoft too, because blowback gas, that's clearly airsoft gas. Yeah, they had drinks here. This place is a trash can. Well, apparently it's like Mordor in there. What's in that bag?
It's really the same as everything else.
Yeah, if you just look at the vague shape, you might think it's a guy curled up in a trash bag. There, I assure you that's not it. All right, let's go. Time to head into Mordor.
However, we're going to leave earlier from here.
We're going to go further. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you're weird.
Oh, what? There's still another floor above?
Yeah, there's something weird there.
Damn, I don't get it. We're going to have to climb, maybe? And then where does that go?
Well, I think that's Mordor, you know.
It keeps going. Come on, we're heading deeper. It's turning into caving, guys. To the mail? Oh, damn, yeah, no, that's the tunnel they started digging and never finished. Hold on, I'll get through, guys. Okay, guys, this might be the end of our lives. This might be the last adventure, because here, it wasn't bricked up, it was dug out in the 1940s. We don't know how the rock might have shifted, and at any moment, look, you can see blocks collapsing everywhere. It's super dangerous, damn. They planned to build another tunnel, but never finished. They dug the hole to create another gallery leading to the exit, possibly also for moving ammunition. See what I mean? Look, that's falling and seems to be coming loose. I don't think they finished it, since the war was about to end. It's just a theory, right? That's why the tunnel isn't finished or sealed. I'm still crawling inside, moving 2 meters. It's complicated. But on the other hand, yeah, they really dug this out with explosives. Man, they really set foot in something unbelievable. Where does it end up? Where does it end up? As you can see, the hole isn't very wide at the exit because it's not finished being dug. They haven't finished digging it. So, you see, they literally planned to set up a firing position right here. Well, there are trees here, of course, but it's right on the edge of the cliff, completely exposed. We found the end of the construction site. No?
But dude, just imagine, you're walking around, you find this hole, you go inside and you end up...
In a complex. It's a crazy, insane complex. Seriously. We could redo the intro of the video, at least we enter from here. You know, if I acted like a big YouTuber damn shenek like they all do, I'd start here, I'd do my intro here like, wow, what's in this hole? We go inside and find a huge abandoned military complex full of craziness. But you know, that's not my style. So yeah, we're going to leave the video in the order it started. That'll be just fine, but it's true that I think it would have gotten a lot more views if we started like that. Alright, now we have to climb all this, knowing that it's falling apart. Zinzin, are you sure you went up this way? It's sand, man. Nothing lasts here. Everything falls apart. That cliff and rocks don't hold. Nothing is secure. You can't grab anything.
Let's leave and go around the tunnel.
We can't get out. You can't grab onto anything. Look, the whole mountain, it's about to fall. It's all bogged down. We just climbed back up all this death here. The ground is slippery. Everything is collapsing. But look where we're ending up. Above all,
it stinks like shit.
At first, we started off funny. All right. You see us from above, it's just that we have lighting problems. The backlight is messing things up. Aziz is doing whatever. The reference, if you get it, is terrible. Nice, huge airsoft field. Lots of potential. It would be awesome. Small, but challenging.
Nice Sunday visit, yeah.
I really want to come shoot a few rounds here, empty a few 6mm magazines.
He should check with City Hall since it's interesting.
But honestly, we might be able to work something out, because there's a big game to play here. It would be fun. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. I'm not going to repeat myself every time. Go check out Azmeklat's little channel too. You'll see. It's nice and good. Since you like military bases, get ready to see a lot of them. Because honestly, we're going to do a ton of them. Really a ton. I've got dozens and dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions. Anyway, subscribe. See you next week for more crazy stuff. All right, bye-bye. All right, exfiltration, because at some point it's not just about messing around, but maybe it's time to get out of this back road.
Yeah, let's see if the tall guy does better than the short, chubby one.
The problem I have is that these boots are not made for this at all. Here, I have zero grip with this crap, seriously? I'm going to put my cup down, I'm going to walk 2 meters.
I'm too close, I can't film. There we go. Oh yes, touch my balls. Oh yeah, Morgaine, you're going to throw yourself out the window.
I'm going to throw myself out of this military base. All right, have a good trip. Here we go.